Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel Expression. I am Sumedha Banerjee, MSc Geology student from Government Girls College Durg. My guest today is the Faiza Hussain. So you guys might be wondering कि मैंने फैज़ा हुसैन को इस इंटरव्यू के लिए क्यों चूज़ किया। गाइस, मीडिया में रहते हुए लॉकडाउन के दौरान पिछले साल से उन्होंने लोकल इज़ वोकल के अंडर सोप्स एंड बाथ बार्स को एज अ हॉबी स्टार्ट किया और मार्केट में उनका ब्रांड लॉन्च होते ही वो यंग वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर की एक मिसाल बन गई। गाइस, हम उनसे काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें सीख सकते हैं रिलेटेड टू प्रमोशन, स्टार्टअप, प्रोडक्ट स्ट्रेटेजी। मुझे तो पर्सनली उनकी क्रिएटिविटी बहुत अच्छी लगी। मैंने उनका इंस्टाग्राम पेज जो कि उनके प्रोडक्ट के नाम पर ही है, बट्टी एंड को, वो भी देखा। मुझे वो भी बहुत अमेजिंग लगा। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट आवर इंटरव्यू।
Hi Sumedha, thank you so much for having me on your channel. It is a pleasure.
Hello ma'am, first of all welcome to our channel Expression. Ma'am, please tell us something about yourself and your profession.
My name is Faiza Hussain. I come from Durg, Chhattisgarh. I'm currently based out of Mumbai and I have been in this city for the last 13 years. I have studied here. I found my career path here and since then I'm here. So I'm a media professional and I work in advertising agencies. I started my career as a mainline advertising person, which is the traditional media, which is your television commercials. These are the guys who make your hoardings, the brand communications, etc. These are the people who design them. That was my first half of the 10 years that I've been working in advertising. Since last 5 years, I've been working in digital media, digital advertising, so to say, and I love it. I mean, I have loved every single day of working in advertising. It's not an easy job. It looks glamorous, but it isn't. But yeah, I love it. And since last about a year, I have also started a small business of my own. I make soaps. I make handcrafted, cold processed soaps, which I make right here in this house, in my own kitchen, with my own 2 hands. And Shukar Alhamdulillah, it's doing very well. It takes a lot of mehnat because I'm the one who's manufacturing. I have to, put efforts in design. I have to put efforts in finding vendors to make it a little bit more profitable than it is right now, and marketing, everything. So yeah, that's what I do.
Ma'am, why did you choose this profession? Do you feel that online marketing are growing? Is it helping to reach the desired audience?
Why did I choose this profession? Advertising, I think I've always, since the time I was in 10th or 11th standard, that's the time I decided. I know it's a very strange profession, and especially being in Durg where, kind of exposure was a tad bit lower than many other tier 1, tier 2 cities. And especially to the professions, offbeat professions like advertising. But thanks to my mom and dad, they have always, right from the very beginning of my adolescent years per se, at least, they have given me the openness and the exposure to, kind of find my own path. They have always put a lot of effort to make me meet different people from different professions so that at least I can get a basic idea of, what reality is in either of the professions. So while trying to do this, they made me meet this amazing human being called Mr. Sunil Maheshwari. He's a great guy and a brilliant mentor. He, kind of told me what advertising is, what media is, what journalism is, and At that time, I was really torn between advertising and journalism. But when I came to Mumbai, I did my bachelor's in mass media, and so in bachelor's in mass media, in the final year, you finally need to kind of figure out one specialty. Either it has to be journalism or advertising. I opted for advertising at that point of time. Somehow, I felt that I'm more capable of that as opposed to journalism. Somehow, yeah, it felt so. So that's how I got into advertising, and I mean, I'm still doing that. How did I get into soap making? Well, so COVID actually gave me, some free time actually last year when COVID hit us, and I mean, everything was really bad, and anxiety levels were pretty high, not just for me but for like everybody around me, and we were all trying to find hobbies and things to do to just kind of divert our minds and just feel a little bit of happiness, or the small achievement kind of thing, if you know what I mean. And that's how I actually started it as something that I wanted to do with my husband on weekends, when we can find some time to pass. And it started off as candle making, and we did that for a couple of weekends because that's something that I used to do when I was a child. I had actually gone ahead and took up a few classes for candle making. Strange, but yes, it's true. I've done a lot of dabbling. Again, thanking my parents for it. They really, kind of have pushed me to try out new things and be confident and take it where it goes. So yeah, okay, coming back to how it all started. It started because I had spare time. I wanted to do something with my husband on weekends. Candle thing did not work out, but somehow I got in. I got into reading up about soaps, soap making, different kinds of soaps that could be made at home. I mean, there are at least 3 types of soaps that can be made at home. I chose cold process. I learned about it. I have done multiple online courses. I mean, unfortunately, that was all I could do at that time, considering we could not go out or figure out people who are actually into teaching soap making, which even right now I don't think there are a lot of people. Like, they're not in abundance. They're there, but not in abundance for sure. So that's how I learned to make soaps, and yeah, that's how it clicked, and I'm still continuing, and inshallah I will continue to do so. I mean, in the for the future as well. Online marketing is growing. Yes, it is growing. It has been growing since last 1.5 decade actually. It started very slowly, but it has always been. It was always called the future of advertising and marketing and all of that. And today it is the present of marketing, I believe. So yes, absolutely, it's growing. Is it helping me to reach the desired audiences for my soap business? Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that is all the advertising that I do. I mean, and especially, I mean, my heart goes out to, and now I can finally relate to people who start their own things. They start their own startups. It is very difficult. It's very difficult to manage production, design, marketing maybe, और 50 चीज़ें होती हैं. I mean, you can't do everything on your own, and you don't have the money or the profits or the margins, even for that matter, to kind of hire help or teams. I mean, I make my own soaps, I design them, I cut them, I create content, I package them with my own hands, I send it out, I coordinate with the courier people and all of that. And I mean, it is tiring, and this is not my only job. I also have a job which I get paid to do. So I mean, my 100% commitment always is towards my job, and then I have to, kind of steal few hours every day to kind of keep pumping in the efforts in Bhatti and Co. That's what my soap business is called. It's called Bhatti and Co. Bhatti as in, sabun ki bhatti, and company, so Bhatti and Co. But yes, to answer your question, digital advertising, digital marketing has absolutely helped me to reach whoever at least I have reached so far in the last 8, 9 months, 10 months. Digital advertising is the only way I can reach out to people.
Ma'am, please tell us what type of challenges did you face at your initial stage of a startup, and what pointers should we keep in mind while initiating a startup?
The types of challenges that I faced, okay, yeah, I mean, there are multiple, and they are not only faced during the starting of a business. It's an ongoing process, so anybody who's out there thinking of starting something new, please do, but keep your expectations straight. I mean, you'll always at some point or the other, you'll keep facing these challenges, and if you really love what you do, you will always overcome them one way or the other. And even if you can't, there will be some where you will be a little disappointed that you could not get your own way, and that's okay. That's all right. That's completely okay. It happens sometimes. It's part and parcel of the journey. The kind of challenges that I have faced were, as I said, I have to do everything by my own self. So, kind of balancing my advertising job and Bhatti and Co. So time management kind of becomes a problem sometimes. So, to combat that, what I've started doing is I try to keep my weekends as non-working as I can, and utilize those 2 days as optimized. As much as possible in making soaps, and kind of making content and marketing it and all of that. So I try and keep those things ready over the weekend. So time management, yes, is a big hindrance. Second is obviously money. I mean, if you have a lot of savings that you're comfortable investing into a small business or a startup, I think it's great. But it's very, very important to keep a track of where your investments are going, what are your ROIs, and even if there's no return on investment right now, you need to kind of plan it ahead, that after say 500 pieces of soap, so 5,000 pieces of soap, or say 3 months or 6 months is when I will start making some money. Because then that is not the money that you're going to kind of spend or splurge with, but that's something that goes back inside your business, so that you can procure different kinds of tools, marketing techniques, paid promotions. All of this takes money, right? So yeah, I mean, I think money management and time management are the two things that are very important, and will always be a struggle, at least till a certain time.
Ma'am, my next question is your audience limited? I mean, the product you sell online belongs to a particular segment, or it has a vast audience?
My audience is limited. Yes, actually they are. They are limited in terms of. So I'll tell you why they are limited, and it's not a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. I mean, not every brand, not every product, not every service has to be massy. Okay, you can cater to a certain category of people, or certain people who have different kinds of interests. because see the price points of my product are such that many people, and I'm taking a chance here and being blunt and honest about it. Many people ask me, I mean, so my soaps are priced from 365 rupees per piece to around 450 rupees per piece. So, per piece is like about 80-90 grams of soap. Now, not many people realize that I'm no Liril, I'm no Dove, I'm no mass producer here who can use chemicals, or who can have the benefit of producing in volumes. I don't do that. My each batch takes me about 3.5 weeks, and that's 1 kg of soap. It takes 3 weeks for that soap to be ready. It's a cold processed soap. There is no heat involved, there's no chemical involved, there is no fat involved. It's a vegetarian product, it's a vegan product, and it takes a lot of effort and time and all of that. So they probably don't feel, and it's absolutely okay, they probably don't feel that it's all right to spend $350 on a 80-gram soap. But there are those, so to say, limited set of audiences who realize the value in it, who realize why a cold processed soap is so much better for your skin than a regular soap that you get in the shops, on the over the counter soaps. So and there are people who really appreciate and want something which is handmade, handcrafted. I mean, that's my audience. Those are the people who I am catering to. And am I able to reach them? Yes. Is it taking time? Yes. Will I stop? No. So yeah, I mean, little efforts, constant efforts are something that will take this ahead, and I want to reach as many people as I can. And I want to tell people, I mean, I don't want to use environment as an angle here, but honestly speaking, people who are using and spending money on body washes, where do you think those bottles are going? They are not biodegradable. I'm not saying my packaging is 100% biodegradable. I also have to use a very thin plastic film, because we, end of the day, stay in India, and there's a lot of moisture, especially in Mumbai. There's a lot of humidity in the air. So to protect the soap, I have to use a plastic film. But then that's it. That's it. As opposed to one big bottle, that we chuck out every month almost. And yeah, bathing with natural products, bathing with something that has no chemical, something that the heat has not touched the product, and that is something which is great. I mean, not many people know that cold processed soaps are the best kind of soaps for your skin. So I mean, there's that.
Ma'am, last but not the least, what's your opinion on women empowerment, and give us some suggestion on how to crush stereotypes?
Whoa, what's my opinion on women empowerment? Okay. I think we are all empowered. We all have the power. We all have so much power. We just need to kind of come out and take pride in who we are, take pride in what we are able to do, and what we want to do. I think we are all pretty decently empowered. We just need to find it within us. We all have the power within, and I think that's what it is. So yeah, find your inner power and unleash it. And it's not just for women; it's for men, for everyone out there. And yeah, follow your heart. Keep chasing your dreams. I know they sound cliched sentences, but chase them. Chase them till you finally find what really makes you happy. And make sure the journey is happy too, because it matters.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
So guys, that's all for today. If you like our video, please hit the like button, share this video and subscribe our channel. तब तक के लिए stay safe, stay tuned. Thank you.